I pull up, roll the window down it. I pull up, roll the window down it. I pull up, roll the window down it.
Baby, you don't know what you do to me. Between me and you, I feel like chemistry. I won't let no one come and take your place. Cause the love you give, you can't be replaced.
It's not in the case of anybody.
That's why I spend my life with you.
Hi, hotties, kettles, tea stirs. You're here for hot tea. All commentary is alleged, and in my opinion, this is for entertainment purposes only.
You have been giving us your ass to kiss for years.
You said that bitch.
No, I said you, bitch.
You said we shared the same dick.
You did. I did.
That's not normal behavior.
Well, it's not for you to comment on, King.
You gave us your ass to kiss, and we hung out with Greg. You got me. No, you got exactly what you deserve.
What up, ho? We back in other people business, and I want to continue to break down Sweet Tea's video that she posted over on her YouTube channel, because there are a few things that I just kind of really want to talk about in depth, and I'm going to have to do it in a few videos. So she spoke about how she felt like Dr. Simone was the person she least expected to turn on her. So basically, her and Dr. Simone are on the outs right now, but she did say she hopes that her and Dr. Simone can sit down and have a conversation, because most times they've been able to just have a cordial conversation, even if they disagreed, and have still been able to be on the same page. She also said, and I don't know, I just think it's shocking, right, that her and Dr. Simone aren't as close as they appeared to be, especially because Dr. Simone was literally at the reunion, as y'all can see in the beginning of this video, screaming at Quad like, and you wasn't around, so we was hanging out with Greg, and your ass is mad, or something like that. And it just goes to show that Dr. Simone's real intentions, in my opinion, just based on all of what's going on, was never to truly befriend Sweet Tea, but to actually get back at Quad. Realistically, I feel like a lot of these women, when Sweet Tea came around, were on the outs with Quad, and it was the perfect scenario to get back at Quad and push it in her face that, oh, look at what we can do. And I think that a lot of them at the time were being spiteful. So now that they're back on good terms with Quad, they don't necessarily care or need Sweet Tea anymore, and that's just how it comes off to me. So here Sweet Tea is thinking that she can genuinely build a friendship with her husband's friends' wives when they are friends with his ex-wife, when in actuality their relationship was seemingly built on what they had or didn't have with Quad.
Honestly, I would say it was Simone that I least expected turn at times. And, you know, she may not did a full 360, but she did a 180 at times. And we talked about this. I may not agree, and I love Simone down. But, you know, and I think hopefully we get to talk a little bit more about this together. I think that there was times that I was hurt by some of the things that she was saying, or some of the advice that was given. And I'm like, what? We agreed to disagree, and, you know, we talked it out like real adults. You know, she wasn't insulting me. I didn't insult her. Like, she's the one that I actually feel really comfortable with when we actually do have a sit down and talk. Like, we speak about real things, and we break down the issues, and, you know, we both care about each other. And so we're able to get to a place where, you know, we can come to a resolution and say, hey, you know, hey, we still care about each other. Hey, you know, I'm sorry to make you feel like that. And we good. And I appreciate that. Now, some others are not able to do what Simone can do. Some people are just immature, gonna be disrespectful, be nasty. And I just until you're ready to have a sit down with the adults at the table, then we can talk. But until then, sit your ass over there at the kids' table, over there. And no, you can't have no goddamn juice. Drink water.
So Sweet Tea also took this opportunity to shade Quad and speak about King and shade King. I think she called King Curtis or Kurt, and she was basically saying she don't believe anything that Kurt or Quad has to say or what their thoughts are regarding this situation, or anybody's for that point, considering Dr. G and the other men had come together to set a meeting for King and Dr. G to talk outside of the cameras. And when that meeting was supposed to happen, not Dr. G, but King never showed up. So she feels like everything that they're talking about on this past episode is BS, because if you really wanted to just sit down and have a conversation, you could have pulled up when they wanted to talk about it off camera. And I could say, to King's point, if you disrespect me on camera, you got to apologize to me on camera as well. But a lot of you guys know how I feel about this when it comes to King and Dr. G. I feel like neither one of them were right in this situation. I do think King was in the right to basically ask Dr. G to apologize to Quad. And I think it was up to Dr. G to kind of be a man and just be accountable and say that it was maybe wrong to tell her she got a big fucking mouth and she need to shut up. Because at the end of the day, that is disrespectful. And as a man, to say that to another woman, whether that's your ex-wife and she was getting on your nerve or not, is very disrespectful. And it's telling to the type of man that you are when dealing with women in conflict. Even the way that he deals with his wife. And I feel like at the end of the day, that warranted an apology. But anything else, if he felt like he didn't owe her an apology, that's valid, right? Because again, that's valid. But I think that both of the situations I think it all just blew out of control. And it could have really been handled with a simple, you know what, dog? I didn't have to tell her to shut the hell up or shut her mouth or she got a big damn mouth. Let's just call a spade a spade. You get what I'm saying? If we literally look at how this all started, it started with him telling his ex-wife that she got a big fucking mouth. And granted, we all agree that at that time, Quad was doing too much. I feel like Quad was saying and doing stuff to get a rise out of Dr. G. She was trying to aggravate Dr. G, in my opinion, and she was really putting on. And I think at the end of the day, there's still a level of decorum that you have to have and carry in spaces like that. And when his wife wanted to be the voice for him when dealing with another woman, he didn't want her to. He took issue with Sweet Tea for wanting to step in and be the wall in between them two, but in the same breath took issue with his wife for also wanting to defend him or protect him, or just being in fear that he could have potentially been hurt. Just the way that he chose to deal with his wife with that aspect of it all. It just, Dr. G is just... for him to be a therapist, he is, or whatever he is just genuinely a walking red flag to me. And yes, I feel like, people make mistakes, arguments happen, etc. But it's the way that he chose to deal with Sweet Tea because of his inadequacies and how he blamed her, which lets me know this might be a reoccurring problem. And that's just, again, my opinion. Sweet Tea also spoke about her and her husband, and people need to be realistic in their union and etc. But let me show y'all how she shaded Quad, because I also think she has a point with this when she was saying, Married to Medicine kind of lost the plot. It's supposed to be about, wives and doctors and how their spouses deal with assisting or, what did she say? Sacrifice. How do the significant others sacrifice for their spouses in these instances, etc., which I do agree with. She was like, now it just seems like there are people just hanging on, lingering on, just hanging on there, and that they don't have no association with medicine, which in my opinion, she's clearly talking about Quad. Y'all get in the comment section though and let me know what you think about it.
School, like, dang, you was just doing stuff just to do stuff because you saw it on Mari or something like that. I feel like at a point, it's at a point where I just feel like we've kind of missing the point here and missing the objective of what it's supposed to be about, what I thought it was supposed to be about. And I wish somebody explained that to me, because we got people just, ain't dropping nobody off in no appointments. I don't see no ambulance trucks. I don't see none of that. I just don't see it. Like, I people that don't deal with medicine at all, like just hanging around. Like, What are we doing? What are we doing? I actually do work in medicine. You know, I work in the healthcare field, and I've worked in medicine. My background is being a pharmacy tech, and I'm still using my platform and bringing, talking about medicine. I have a lot of things that I'm going to cover with you guys over the course of this year that I have planned. But we're talking about a lot of things that are important to us in healthcare. What are the people doing? Like, I'm tired of seeing drinks just sitting by the pool, just drinking. That's fine. Everybody can relax, but like, what is it that you do that's medicine related? Like, what is it?
That's where Phaedra, they said, would you agree with Phaedra that married to medicine women are mean girls?
I wouldn't say everybody's mean girls within the group. Gregory are learning each other. You guys got to see a lot of ups and downs within our relationship, but what relationship doesn't have ups and downs? Every relationship is going to have their issues. It's just a matter of how you guys navigate and resolve your issues and overcome these issues. And so, like, in a marriage, it's not something that you could just up and just leave. This is a covenant. This is something that you went before God with someone. This is your partner, unless I'm physically being harmed, which that's not the case. I want people to just be more realistic about life. And I'm always going to be real. I'm just going to always tell you the honest truth of my feelings, where I'm at. That's what you always will get from me. I've never been able to sugarcoat or do none of that. I can't fake the funk. It's not in me. And so I really appreciate everybody that's been supporting me, loving me. And let me know what y'all trying to do. I'm supporting you. I just was out at the store the other day, and the lady, she wants me to come speak at the school.
Yeah, I pull up, roll the window down it. I pull up, roll the window down it. Yeah, I pull up, roll the window down it.
Baby, you don't know what you do to me. Between me and you, I feel like chemistry. I won't let no one come and take your place. 'Cause the love you give, you can't replace.
It's not in a entertainment purpose. It's not in a
In the case of anybody.